What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rise and Grind. We have a special guest here today, my guy, John from Lucco Cucina, +bar.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Dude, so for people like, what the hell is that?
I mean, you can say and bar. It's fine. Yeah,
I like the plus, though.
The plus is good. It's
He
like
gave
plus a bar.
John is the most Gen Z millennial guy I've ever met in my life because he's the most trendy dude. But so first off, what is that for people who are like, what the hell is that?
What is the Lucco Cucina plus bar?
Plus sign.
No, it's an Italian American like modern restaurant, North Jersey, Florham Park. We have a bar too. So what happened? The story behind the plus is because it was
the bar not there initially?
So yeah, it was gonna be. We were building it out. It's gonna be a restaurant, Italian restaurant. Like
right.
We're gonna have pickup, takeout, in house, like cool vibes, rustic. And then right before we were about to like finish, the town like came to me and my partner at the time and said, was like, hey, we have a liquor license for sale. Do you want it? And I was like, let's do it.
Pass it.
So just add the bar. I was like, all right, plus the bar, right? So like it just kind of
added it to the end.
We say Lucco Cucina and bar, but the plus just
you gotta say plus
in the moment.
Plus sign bar.
I think we were adding it to the DBA of the LLC, so we just put plus.
So I have some backup questions on that. So,
sure.
But tell me how the most Portuguese guy I know is in the Italian food game.
Oh wow, I'm definitely not the most Portuguese guy you know, but I would say.
Well, I'm lying. I forgot. Your mom is not Portuguese.
No,
she's Italian. Your dad's Italian, Portuguese.
But like, yeah. So there's some influence on that side.
Yeah,
I grew up in the Italian with the Italian mother, eating Italian, food, sausage, peppers.
Right.
Pasta on Sundays. Just making meatballs. Right. Rollatini, eggplant, lasagna. Like grew up like Italian household. But like, yeah, there was also a lot of influence from my dad's side. That for the people that were here in America, a lot of them are still in Portugal. Like my dad's
how it is. They don't want to come.
Sister. Yeah, they stay. And
was your avó and avoo in Portugal, or were they local?
The whole time, yeah. They never lived here ever. They lived here before I was born.
Okay.
But then they moved back when my dad was like 20 years old. So
damn.
Yeah, way before. They never.
And where in Portugal?
They lived like right outside Lisbon.
Okay.
It's like west of Lisbon, like a small village, bro. Middle of nowhere.
It's how it is. Yeah.
Like nothing to do there.
But how far from Lisbon do you think?
Like 40 minutes.
That's not bad.
Yeah, 40 minutes not.
Yeah. Where we're from, Mendoza is like I think like almost 2 hours.
Yeah, you're more north.
Yeah.
I know where that is. That's good.
Why not a Portuguese spot, dude?
So like toying with the idea back in the day, which obviously it was always going to be Italian, but
not as big of a hit, right?
It's just funny because if you talk to any, like I know people that own Italian restaurants that are Portuguese like me, and they all say the same thing. It's just Italian food sells better.
Yeah.
Right? Like people don't know. People, if you say Portuguese food, oh yeah, like what, like chicken and garlic shrimp and French fries and rice and like kind of like barbecue style.
Yeah.
Which is great, but like how much of chicken and rotisserie chicken and beef portuguesa, like where you're having just like steak with an egg on it or a befana sandwich, just like a pork sandwich, right? Like how much are you gonna really have?
I know, but those all sound amazing.
Yeah,
right
like
now,
Italians got options,
amazing.
bro. You got pizza, pasta, chicken, fish.
Right.
You got Caesar salad has became like on an Italian restaurant.
Right.
It's not even Italian.
Right. Hold on. This is the first case study. Boom. Switch to your camera real quick. So, have you ever had Portuguese food?
See.
I'm muted. I don't think I've been to just a Portuguese restaurant.
Never.
No. I don't
wow.
Have you ever had Portuguese
like a good
food
one
ever?
Around here? But like, what's Portuguese food?
Oh no,
dude.
What counts?
Yeah. See, well, that's the thing. It's like kind of broad. It could be like Portuguese, Brazilian, Spanish, right? So like, it's kind of like an open nutshell. Like once you open it, it could be like,
I like the mix of Spanish versus
But
Portuguese.
like paella,
should you for chorizo versus chorizo?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But have you ever had paella? I mean, obviously, it's different tastes on
have.
paella, but
yeah,
I've had paella because I studied abroad in Barcelona, so
I've
had like the Spanish version. Wasn't a fan, to be honest.
You're going to Barcelona, right?
Yeah, next week, Monday.
For your bachelor.
Yeah,
he's going there.
Oh God.
But anyway, so all right, good move then, because perfect example.
Yeah, it's just
people are like, what's Portuguese food?
Absolutely, nobody even knows, or if they've had it, like, oh yeah, it's really good, but they've had it like maybe twice a year. Like they're not going to go and get it all the time. Yeah.
Dude, the one thing though, I will say real quick side note is it's so crazy how different it is there in terms of like just like the restaurant game. Like when I went in 2019 with my family, so every year my family does like a my avoo started this thing called like the immigrant bike race where everybody in Merthosa, these older people and their families, because everybody migrated to Newark, New Jersey, legit.
Yep.
You know, so they all migrated there, and then every summer they would come back. So they did a bike race every summer just to have fun and do whatever they wanted to do, like, and just all get together and shit. So, but it was my first time back there since I was literally a kid.
Okay.
Right. So me and my brother, like, we did a side quest. So everyone was at the beach. Me and him went to go get some food. We were starving, so we go to the restaurant. I don't know what kind of fish it was. We both got fish, different fish, and then shirisu and shrimp, obviously. So we're sitting here, we're talking, whatever, and next thing you know, like, we're like, yo, it's been 45 minutes. Like, where the hell is the food, right?
Oh, yeah, where is it?
But bro, everything's made fresh to order there. It's not like it is here, right? Yeah. And I didn't realize that because I haven't been there in so long. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, wait, I'm getting impatient. I'm asking the server, I'm like, what's going on? And the guy in Portuguese was like, what's the rush?
Yeah,
right? He's like, where are you going? And I'm like, dude, America's just got us always running.
Always.
Right? We're never chilling. We're always running in America.
That's anywhere in Europe, right? Like, you go to Italy, you go to France, you go to, Greece, Spain, Portugal, right? Italy, all those places, right? It's just slower. They're not in a rush to do anything.
I know.
And when I was in Paris, it's just smaller portions of everything. Like, they give you gelato, let's say, like where you go get ice cream down the street here, like Point Creamery, right? And you get a small, and it's like this much ice cream. It's like, okay, you go there, you give you small, it's like this much ice cream, and you're still not going to finish it, right? And it's just as good, and you don't feel like terrible afterwards, right?
Totally. So but see, my issue is I don't have a sophisticated palate. Like, perfect example. Like, when I was out there,
like, you eat goldfish. Cool. You like goldfish.
I got kids, bro. But when I was out there, I remember I was like, all right, cool. Like, they're taking the time. Like, I get it. Like, it's cool. You're getting real fresh stuff. But then I ate it, and I was like, I wouldn't have tasted anything different. Like, and that's just a me thing. It's like also when we went,
everybody's the same.
When we went to Napa for Sal's wedding that one time, we went on like the whole like train to all the different like vineyards and wineries. I remember like. We were at Silverado Disney, and they pulled out. They're like, "Yo, we have this one that's like really expensive. You want to try it?" The one, right? And I was like, "How much?" I was like, "Something ridiculous. It was like $300-400, right?"
For the bottle.
So I was like, "Fuck it, Jack. Let's try it, right?" And now normally I'm gonna say this publicly. I'm not. Actually, I am proud of it. Screw it. So I'm so bad with my palate that like, and I'm not a wine drinker normally, but when I do drink wine, I like Pinot Noir, right? And the Pinot Noir I like is a $10 bottle of Mark West. It's my go-to. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Cherry, bold. I like the type of flavor, right? And anyway, so we go there, and I'm expecting this thing to like knock my socks off. I'm like, there's no way that I'm not going to be in love with this wine because it was a Pinot and it was that expensive.
Sure. Took
a sip of it. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
And then everybody that was with me was like, this is amazing.
Yeah, of course.
And they were doing the and like swishing around the mouth, like, and I'm like, yo. Why is this $300-400?
Listen, nobody knows.
But why?
Nobody knows. I'm a firm believer that no one knows, right? Like, granted, you could have a really like terrible bottle of wine, and a really high end bottle of wine, and like you might taste some like differences. The next day you may feel hungover from the terrible bottle of wine, and you feel a little bit better from the good because there may be more preservatives in it. But at the end of the day, like everyone's palate's different. You could like one thing, I could hate it. I could like one thing, you could hate it, right? It's like there's no like right answer.
True.
And that's like what they teach you if like any sommelier will tell you that. There's no right answer. Like, yeah, sure. There's technically like, oh, this is where it came from, this is where it grew, this is how long it was harvested, whatever. Like, that stuff's correct. But like the way you taste it and the way I taste it and the way she may taste it, it doesn't taste the same for all of us, right? So like you could taste a $14 bottle of wine and be like, this is amazing. And I could try and be like, this is terrible.
Right.
I'm not eating.
Oh, it's $10.
Whatever. That's even worse. Yeah. you're drinking like barefoot.
Or kangaroo, right?
Yeah.
But if I get it from wine outlet, right, and I buy a case, I can get it for $9 a bottle.
Sure.
But anyway, nonetheless,
that's good.
But this is the thing.
$1 cheaper.
I guess it's to each to own, whatever. But my biggest thing is like, so when you think about it though, too, that also just kind of gives you like, when you look at a brand, right?
Sure.
Like you pay
any brand.
Well, I'm saying like a luxury brand, right? It's like when you look at like certain luxury brands that people will pay top dollar for, right? It makes sense in certain ways, right? Like if you're driving, like obviously an R8, right?
Sure, an Audi,
like
a BMW,
a nice supercar like that, right? You like if somebody says, well, why is this so expensive, right? You can go through the engine, you can go through the body style, whatever.
It's also all about like perspective, right? So like you may really want that nice car for whatever reason, whether it be like my reasons are always like performance, right? Like, for example, everyone, this is funny. I was talking about this with Ashley the other day. Like, she wants a G-Wagon,
right?
Which I'm saying, like, that's ridiculous. You don't need a G-Wagon,
right.
But whatever. She wants a G-Wagon, and she saw one the other day, and she's like, oh, I like that. And I'm like, oh, that's the 550.
Right.
And she's like, well, it's still a G-Wagon. I'm like, see, this is the problem.
Right.
Like, some people care about just having a G-Wagon to say they have a G-Wagon, right? For the status or whatever it is.
Yeah.
For me, if I'm going to get something like that, I want the 63 AMG, right? Because that's the only way to do it in my eyes.
Right.
Because I'm about the performance. I don't care what the car looks like so much. I'm about the performance and what it comes to how it drives. Because the 550 is not going to drive the same. And that's the same with like anything. Like, perspective is kind of like, just like you perceive one thing, like the bottle of wine, going back to that, and I perceive it another way. Same thing with the cars. Like, I could be about it because I like the way it drives. Right. And she's about it because she likes the way it looks or how she's perceived by others. Right. Which I'm not saying she's trying to be pretentious. It's just more of like an example. Right. So that's like, it's crazy. I talk about this all the time with like some of my friends. It's like how you view things and what you care about. Like, or my buddy and me were arguing about this the other day. He's like, oh, you know, you can't just care about money and this and that, like, and finding like ways to make more money. And I'm like, yeah, but you'd also need money to live, right? Like, you can't live without it. You need it to like have a good life. Right. And everyone's idea of a good life is different. Right. But usually when you're in a scenario where, let's say, somebody has more than you, like an abundance of more, and someone doesn't, they usually say, oh, I don't need that. Or they start talking like bad or like down upon it. Right. And the reason they do that is because they don't have it. Right. They don't have it. If they don't have it, then they're going to be mad. Right. So, so there's so many ways to just perceive things. And even with food, like it all ties together. And that's like, the restaurant business taught me so much about just people because you see how everyone reacts to different scenarios and how they treat people, how they treat servers, how they treat you when you walk over after they were just really rude to the server and they're like, oh, you're the owner, and their whole thing changes. Right. So like, it's funny to just watch for me.
I always hate that, man. I don't know for me particularly, but when I used to serve at Ruby Tuesdays, RIP.
Terrible place. Terrible place.
Yeah, I used to love it.
No offense.
The garlic cheddar biscuits. Fucking chef's kiss, man.
That's great.
But anyway, but people would get really freaking pissed off about like everything that had to do with their meals.
Yeah, in places like that. Yeah, in places like that, you're gonna get
I remember being in some really sticky conversations over like a steak being like not cooked properly. Yeah. But the one thing I will say for anybody who works in the restaurant game, I did this one time and then I shifted my whole perspective. So this dude's steak came out wrong, right? And thank God. So like obviously you if you cook a steak too well done, you're screwed. It's over. Right. If you cook it a little bit rare, it's okay. You put it back on, right. Yeah. So anyway, like the steak was cooked, was wrong, right? And I remember I was busy at the time. I remember very vividly, I was sat with a soccer team. So I had about 20 people. It was a lunch. I had 20 people, right? It's just me. And then I have like 4 or 5 tables. So I'm like stacked, right? Yeah. So 20 top, and then I have 5 tables active, right? On top of that. So I'm running around. And this dude is fucking pissed that his steak came out wrong, right? Pissed.
Overcooked or undercooked?
It was undercooked, thank God.
Okay.
So I come over, right? And I'm so busy that I accidentally did this, and then I adopted it forever. Where I go, he's like, come here, like pissed off. I'm like, what's going on? He goes, does this look medium well to you? Right? I look at it, I'm like, no. I'm like, they didn't do that medium well for you? Are you kidding me? Right? Like I was on his side. I was pissed. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, I'm going to go back there and I'm going to go talk to this guy. Is he insane? And so he's like, yeah, what is he doing? I'm like, I don't know. Right? Because now he's not mad at me, right? We're both mad at the chef.
Just pushed it back on. Well, that's like what a lot of servers will do. They'll just blame the kitchen.
100%, right? It's like, he didn't fucking do that? What? So anyway, I just started changing to that, man. And then it shifted, right? Because then it was like, it's not a me thing, right? I didn't cook your steak, bud. No. Right? Somebody else did. Right.
Well, they'll blame you for it. Yeah. Because maybe you rang it in wrong, or maybe like you didn't. But again, you're not going to check the steak. It's the chef's job or whoever's on the line.
Have you ever had to kick somebody out of the restaurant?
Yes.
Really?
Twice.
No.
Yeah.
Did you have to pull out the biceps, give him a kiss, and knock him out?
No, not like physical. No. You imagine like, yo, I'm going to get you out of here. I'll give you a noogie. No.
So what happened?
No, the one instance was someone at the bar who was just really intoxicated. And that was more of just like a conversation.
Like, yo, buddy, come on.
And he was being really loud, cursing, like making a scene.
Right.
I just kind of went over to him, and then he cursed at me, and I was like, well, now you have to leave. Like,
right, now you definitely got to go.
And he left. He like staggered out. And I'm like, you better be Ubering. And then he was like, oh, I'm calling an Uber, right? And he called an Uber, got an Uber. Like, if he didn't, I would have called it for him because I wasn't going to let him drive anywhere. But
Right.
Other than that, I was like more, I think it was a misconception. Like, the bartender wasn't paying attention. He probably was already intoxicated when he got there, had a drink or two, and then got way more drunk. So that was
as one does.
But no, I've kicked out like a full-blown table before.
Stop.
Yeah, once. I'll never forget it.
Were they younger or were they older?
Older.
Damn.
Yeah.
So sometimes it'll be like that, and I'll never forget the first restaurant I ever signed is currently which is still our client, but where Beacon 70 is.
Sure.
So before it was Beacon 70, a couple restaurants back.
Okay.
I'm not going to go into names or nothing. I remember I'm young. I'm still freaking green as hell in this business, right? This is like 2010, right? It's early.
Oh, yeah. It's like 15 years ago.
I'm young, right? So I'm sitting there, and the guy, it's at nighttime. He goes, come meet me. We'll talk, because we're trying to get him as a client. He sits me down in the back, right? There's like this little, like, kind of private area back then.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there waiting for him, and there's this one table. Oh, it's only me, and then this one table, like, legit right there. And it's 4 people. I'm sorry, it's 3 people. It's 2 older dudes and a girl who's probably like middle-aged, right?
Okay.
And out of nowhere, right, I'm sitting there, again, by myself. And this lady starts mouthing off to the one guy, and he gets up and he cracks her across the face in the middle of the restaurant.
Like the people that were sitting together?
Correct.
Like smack or like a punch?
Smacked.
Okay.
Cracks her across the face. Dude, I'm sitting here, I'm just like, and I'm facing them. So it's not like I could be like.
Older or younger?
Older. They were older. They were like.
Couple?
They were like mid-50s.
Couple?
I would assume so.
Maybe
so I actually no. I later found out other details. But the point is this dude cracks her, right? So I'm sitting here, and this other guy gets up. He's like, "Yo, chill, stop." Right? Like, he's like, the guy, because it's the one guy, and then it's the dude who smacks her.
So there's another dude.
Yes, 2 older dudes, and then a kind of older girl.
He said, "Yo, chill."
He's like, "Stop."
That was his reaction.
He's like, "Stop." And then she's like, "Are you kidding me?" And she starts trying to crack him back, and then he cracks her again, right? So by that time,
you're just watching this too.
I'm sitting here. I'm like, well, I got to do something, right? And then I get up, and I was like, yo. And then they both look at me, and then the owner of the restaurant came back, and then, like, whatever, cops came. It was like nuts. But long story short, like, stuff like that apparently is happening all the time in restaurants.
Oh yeah.
You ever have that happen?
Yeah. So, like, going back to what you said though, like, when that table that I threw out was a 4-top.
Yeah.
Right. 2 couples.
Yeah.
They were 50, probably in their 50s.
Yeah.
Right. Way older than me at the time too. And there was a young girl who was just serving. She had maybe been serving for me for like 3 or 4 months. She was still learning, but she was like pretty good.
Yeah.
Right. But I guess there was a problem again with his steak. Right. It was a steak. And he started like cursing at her and like berating her. Right. So they brought the steak back, cooked it again. Second time, same scenario. So she goes back like pretty much to the chef. She's like, I don't know what to do. Like, whatever. And she calls me. I'm like, all right, listen, calm down. Like, just chill out. I said, chef, just make a new steak. All right. Bring the new steak out. He goes nuts the 3rd time. To the point where she starts crying. She comes and like cries. She's in the back. I'm like, this is crazy. Like,
so you just can't make this guy happy.
But he was like really, yeah, exactly. And he was just really talking. Like, he said some things to her that I'm not going to say here.
Yeah.
Like, he said some things that like you just wouldn't say to a young girl.
Yeah.
And like, think about if you had a kid. I did ask him that too before I like threw him out. I was like, do you have a daughter or son? Because like, would you want someone else speaking to your kid
dude.
Right? But he was the only problem at the table. The rest of the people were like kind of embarrassed, but they just weren't going to say anything. And it got to the point where I asked him, well, you know, if you don't want to dine here, you don't have to.
Right.
He's like, well, I'm just trying to eat. I was like, well, at this point, you disrespected me, the girl, my place, my team, everybody. I
don't want you here.
So I was like, so you guys could just go. The bill's on me, and you don't have to come back ever again. And then everyone else's face went white. They were like, what?
Right.
I'm like, yeah, like dinner's over.
Yeah.
And if I had a tablecloth, I would have pulled like the Bradley Cooper and burnt and taken it away. And
that would have been badass.
But I
that would have been fucking badass.
But yeah, no, they end up. He's like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Absolutely, you should leave. Like, I don't think you should dine here.
Right.
And I don't think you should ever come back.
Right.
I think you should evaluate like how you treat people in general.
Right.
Because clearly this is like from somewhere else.
Did he light you up on Google and Yelp?
No, he left. I never saw him again.
Good.
But you know, like stuff like that, like, and yeah, like going back to like the smack thing.
Yeah.
We had a restaurant in Millburn before this, and I was at the front, like managing. This is a big place too.
Yeah.
It's right on a main street. One of the waitresses came in from outside, and she's like, "Hey, listen, there's somebody outside getting beat up. A woman getting beat up by a man." And I'm like, "What?" I walk outside, and there's this dude on the ground with this girl, and he's got like his legs wrapped around her, and he's just yoking her face.
What?
Right? Like punching it. And I'm like, what? Like I couldn't believe I was watching
Right.
it. Right? I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
So I go over and I grab him off.
Yeah.
And I throw him on his back. And this girl's like hair is all like he was grabbing her hair, right?
Dude.
Bro, I went to go yoke him up. Just quick shots, just to like get him, and I was gonna hold him.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, that's my brother. And then I guess he had some sort of like issue where he was having like a attack
thing
or something.
Yeah.
But regardless, like to me, I just saw like someone getting like a woman getting beat up.
Right.
So then what I did, I just kind of like held him because he was like going nuts.
Smart.
I held him and then he just calmed down eventually.
Yeah.
Because she was like, "Oh, you could let him go." I'm like, "No, because if he grabs you again, like that's not cool, right?"
No.
But it was just in the moment. You don't know. You just either
your
react.
instincts. Yeah,
like,
your instincts.
I could have hit him, and that would have been maybe worse, right?
Right.
Thank God I didn't.
And then you would have went to jail. Imagine?
Exactly. Yeah. But the mother of both of them came by later, and she's like, "Hey, I just want to thank you for getting involved.
Right.
And, most people wouldn't." And I'm like, "Well, I didn't know, but regardless,
right.
It's good that they're both like safe now."
Yeah. Jeez, it's crazy stuff, man. And then, so what are you seeing in the restaurant game in terms of like, are you leveraging any AI in your business?
Yeah, absolutely, of course.
What are you doing in the restaurant game for?
I mean, like our POS system has some like AI widgets now.
Okay.
To, like speed up some processes.
Mm-hmm.
I use it for like some numbers, like bookkeeping, like stuff to like keep stuff more organized. And then I'll use it for like, this sounds bad, but I'll use it for like scripts or anything for like social media.
Got it.
Yeah, but I use like a specific one. Like I won't use.
But I mean more like tactically business stuff though. So like use it for any menu stuff or use it for anything like. So for POS, like that's interesting because I feel like a lot of restaurants are trying to understand like how to best. Every software right now is just throwing out AI.
For me, like we're pretty old school in that sense. It's like we still print the receipts.
Yeah.
We don't do like the whole like tap your thing on the pad thing. Like we have it. If
the phone tap.
We have Toast, right? Which is like the tablet, and like they have it at a lot of restaurants down here. So if I'm checking out now because I haven't been there in a minute, you could pay with your phone.
Okay.
Yeah. 100%.
But not what I'm saying. But do they bring over that tablet? And you pay on a tablet.
Yep. Yeah. But we don't like. Again, most of our clientele just wants to pay with a card.
Yeah.
Cash. So
you still get cash?
Not that much.
I was gonna say, damn.
It depends on the time of year.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
Cash.
It's not much. Yeah.
I don't, dude. I feel like nobody does cash.
I would say it's like 95% credit card.
Do you carry cash on you ever?
Yeah, all the time.
Do you, Em? You're not a cash girl?
Do you?
On me? No, I never carry cash.
Never, right?
I feel like I'm gonna lose it, and I feel like I can't keep track of like what I spent. Like I like looking at my bank statement and like seeing what I spent.
Yeah.
When I pay for things in cash, it's like I didn't spend any money.
I feel like a credit card's worse. I feel like at least you see the cash leaving. No.
It's
okay.
fake.
All right.
I see what you're saying though.
Yeah,
and I also see what you're saying
cash
too.
in my wallet, and 3 days later there's 400 left. I'm like, oh Jesus,
like, what the fuck happened?
But if you're like just swiping a card,
true, there's no physical.
Yeah, and unless you have like the notifications turned on, like a psycho, where it like tells you every time like your Amex gets swiped.
Right.
But like I don't have that. So.
Right, dude. I do, by the way.
That's crazy, John.
So does Jacqueline. So does Jacqueline. Because, dude, I mean, I've there's obviously outside of our own stuff, there's a lot of fraud shit that happens.
I know, yeah, but you usually get alerted like pretty quick. Yeah. Like, I had a fraud on
but people I also have company cards where people are doing stuff, so to make sure they don't have fraud or whatever.
Maybe they're just juicing it. Maybe
I got good peeps, man. But anyway, I also with the whole cash thing, I feel like I haven't actually like, because when I started my business, it was all like back then, even in that it was all cards.
Yeah.
Right. I just feel like I've never really carried cash.
Yeah, I always have cash. I mean, I grew up in this business, so like,
true.
I got paid cash for a while.
Right.
Then I was a bartender, made cash.
Right.
Right. You know, I would work at the front of like a club and make cash. Right. People would like juice you a little bit. Or you work at a really nice restaurant as the maitre d'. Like people pay you, they palm you for like getting them a table.
Right.
So I always had cash.
Just
and
cash.
Like now, like we get
Johnny
some cash.
Cash.
Yeah. Like I use cash. Yeah.
Right.
I don't carry a lot of cash. I don't carry like $4,000 with me.
Right. So, all right, if you were like, for people out there, because there's a lot of actually restaurant owners and stuff that listen in and watch this live show. If you were starting again, if you were reopening Lucco,
okay,
Cucina,
plus
symbol, bar, what would you? Is there anything you do differently, or like, is there anything that you know? Like, what would you tell yourself now, knowing everything you've been through with this bar, plus bar?
Oh, there's so much I could say, but like, I wouldn't change a thing.
But the plus bar.
But
you would add it from the beginning.
Probably just,
you'd add it from the beginning.
I wouldn't change anything. It would probably just be more along the lines of like, maybe we should pivot and make this place a little bit bigger. Like I should have had more seating, or I maybe should have had a private room, which I then added. Like I added it now,
right?
But certain things that were missing, like pieces of the puzzle. But I also don't believe that bigger is better, right? So it is good the way it is. I am happy with
bigger
it.
problems, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like and not even that. Like it's successful for what it is. The size is there.
Yeah.
To go bigger is not always better. I always say that. Like you can have a bigger restaurant. If it's not full, it just looks terrible, right?
Totally.
Like you want a restaurant that's gonna be full.
Right.
That's what you want to have.
Yo, actually, one thing I will say, and I'm zoning on me. If you are in the Florham Park area or Morris, you're close to Morristown, right?
Yeah, right down the street.
Yo, this place, the one thing I gotta give you is John gave me like the freaking VIP tour, me and my wife. And that place, the kitchen and everything is so freaking clean, dude. Everything is so clean. And working in the restaurant business and obviously having a lot of clients and friends who own different restaurants, if you have an older building, shit just kind of like looks bad back there. And it looks dirty and shit. But your restaurant is so clean, man.
Appreciate that.
And I think that's a really big thing because when you think about food, like when you watch Bar Rescue almost ruined going out for me for a while. Because I'm like, you just see people like the chefs are not cleaning shit and like they're just trying to get out of there, go home on a weekend. And it's like the stuff they're cooking, they're not cleaning their hands between meats and stuff. It's just toxic shit all up in there. And then like when I was at yours is the cleanest restaurant I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, when vendors tell me that, like fish vendors, people that come and deliver to us, they're like, oh wow, it's one of the cleanest places I come to. That's a good sign, right? Because I mean, they're going in kitchens every day.
Yeah, that's good because it's like you got a new spot. Obviously, it's newer. The building's new, right?
The building's exactly. Yeah. It's only 7 years,
which is beautiful.
But I keep everything clean because I won't ever have.
Are you a neat freak?
Yes.
Is your house like neat freak too?
It's pretty organized. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's kind of just bestowed. Yeah, it's bestowed within me from being in this business with some of the people that I was with that were so anal about everything, like labels, this, that, the shelves, this, everything's got to be wiped down. Like I had a guy who worked for me one time who literally was just so ridiculous. He would just be wiping a counter every like 30 seconds. He would be or reorganizing something all the time.
Right.
Like, everything, no matter what. I was like, you just did that the other day. He's like, no, it needs to be done again.
Again, right?
Yeah. So things like that.
Is Ashley neat freak too? Or is she a messy one?
She's like pretty good, but sometimes she can stray. But she's pretty good. I would say she keeps the house very.
It's good.
Yeah.
All right, man. So we're about to wrap up here. Where can people find you? Give us address, web, and what's hot right now on the menu.
Okay, so we'll start with
the fucking barrel. Zoom. Let's go hit him.
Yeah, so we'll go with the website. So if you want to come to my place, it's in Florham Park, New Jersey. The address is 207 Ridgedale Avenue. It's Lucco Cucina plus bar.
Plus
and
bar.
The website's luccobar.com. And you said some hot menu items, right? You should come check out.
Well, what's hot right now? What's hot right now?
Hot right now?
Yeah.
I mean, everything. Everything's hot right now.
I like it.
No, but our meatballs are great. Our meatballs are probably like one of the best in New Jersey, and I'm not saying that to be like cocky, but it's true. Like we're up there. Spicy carbonara pasta. If you want to have a great steak, we have some awesome ribeyes, hanger steak. We do a great bronzino, right? So these are some of the items that I like. And then we have a really sick, awesome, like if you like pizza, pepperoni pizza with like hot honey, really nice pepperoni, fresh burrata, jalapenos, right? Like we're just evolving all the time, but a lot of the items like the staples stay, and those are some of the staples. So if you want to come and check those out, absolutely.
I love it. All right, go check it out. The food's amazing. The atmosphere is 10x though.
Yeah, it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
It's a freaking vibe in there though. I love it. All right, guys, crush your Monday. And like I always say, hey, if Sunday is the Lord's Day, Monday is about making money, baby. Unless you're John, because you're taking Monday off. Your Monday is off for John. So Monday he's chilling in his Birkenstocks. Is that what are they called?
That's it, dude. You like
I
these?
like it.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, guys.
Vacation.
On vacation. Let's go.